It was the night before the season ended. I've been up for about 24, 30 hours at this point. I was very low on sleep. I was also 10 wins away from Grandmaster. And I knew that the season was going to end in about 30 hours. And I had about 10 wins to go. And I knew it could happen. And I decided to queue up again because I know if I went to sleep, I would fall asleep for a long time. And I woke up that was going to be another battle. And if I could get just within 10 wins, if I could get below 2 digits, I thought I was going to go to sleep, I was going to wake up, and I was going to get Grandmaster for the season. I was going to end it. I was going to reach my goal for the entire season. And I was going to end it and have it forever on my account. I queued up. I got off-rolled ADC. And I lost. It was pretty uncomfortable, but I queue up again. I said, you know what? It's fine. We were only 1 win away. I was on stream at this point. We were like 12 hours deep into the stream. Energies are high. Everybody's pushing for that final rank. I would put my whole heart and my whole soul into that game. And I get my main champion on my main role and we lose. I remember sitting there and on stream I said, man, this hurts so bad. After that game, I went to the bathroom and I just kind of like put my hands on my face. I was like, oh man, I do not want to go back out there. I don't want to keep playing because that was just so painful. It was too heavy. Right, that game was so heavy. And in the moment, it was one of the most emotionally charged I've ever felt because of League of Legends. And it took a lot of effort to kind of keep composed and to kind of finish out that session and finish out that stream. But at the end of that night, when I went to sleep, I realized that I am so grateful for that opportunity. I am so grateful that, you know, after playing this game for 12 years, I still love it so much, and I'm still so emotionally invested in my own improvement and in my own journey that when I feel like I'm not reaching the benchmarks I'm setting for myself, I get super upset about it because I care. I still have passion for a hobby that I loved since I was literally a tiny little kid. I'm 19 years old. I've been playing the game for 12 years, right? When I was 7 and 8 and 9, playing this game, telling my friends about it when I was, at recess in elementary school, in gym class in middle school, talking about, dude, I finally hit silver for the first time. I still feel that way about this video game. This video game has been one of the things in my life, one of the hobbies in my life that I have gotten the most reward from in terms of the amount of enjoyment and how rewarding it's been to climb and the lessons I've learned. And I've learned the most from it, right? In terms of how to control my emotions, because this game, it's so emotionally demanding. When you queue up for a game and you're like, I'm going to do my best, and you put your heart into the game, and then you hear
an ally has been slain
over and over again because your bot lane's going 0-30, you have to learn how to deal with that, right? Especially if you're winning, it gets you even more upset because you're like, I deserve to win this game, but you still lose anyways. You got to learn to deal with that. And there's just so many lessons like that I've been taught, and there's so much I still care about in the game that I am so excited about. And I realized that night, after that really heavy game, that I love League of Legends, man. This game is seriously my favorite part of my day. Right now, I'm a professional coach, so I spend all day thinking and talking about League, but I only get to play it for probably 2 or 3 hours a day, right? I have time to play about 3 solo queue games per day. Now, that's awesome, dude. That's like my favorite part of my routine. People don't believe me when I say this, but waking up in the morning and being able to play my 3 games of League of Legends, it's like one of my favorite things in the world. It's the thing I look to the most in my daily routine, and I love it. It's really hard to feel good about things in your routine, right? Because you kind of get used to it. But just the same way that I enjoy drinking my morning coffee, I really enjoy playing my daily League games. And that's something that it's so easy to take for granted, and it's something that a lot of people forget. But I think it's really important. And coming out of this season, that's the biggest lesson I want to take away. I love League. It is part of my routine. I've loved League for a long time, and I'm going to keep playing this game as long as I love it. And I want to really remember that going into season 13 because, like, listen, man, this is one of my favorite things. Let's make something good of it. Let's make sure we hold it with kind of almost a holy respect, because this thing is just such a beautiful opportunity to have a fun hobby, to meet lots of cool people, to stay connected with friends, to learn lots of important lessons about ourselves, to push ourselves in our ranks and in our journeys, to be competitive and express that competitive edge, to express our creative edge, right? And I am just absolutely in love with this medium of expression, right? This video game, League of Legends. It's absolutely my favorite thing in the world. That's why I kind of forced myself to work in it, right? I went to go play collegiate for it, and I'm like, screw it. I'm going to, make content, and I'm going to coach, and I freaking love it, man. So I don't know about you guys. I know a lot of people talk like they don't love it, but one thing I can say for sure is if you love League of Legends, do not let anybody else take that away from you, right? A lot of people, they don't like queuing up every day. They don't like their teammates. They don't like whatever. And I'm not saying I like my teammates all the time. Everybody gets bad teammates, but I do love League of Legends. The good and the bad, the things the bad teammates teach me, I wouldn't change a thing, because the bad teammates, that's what's taught me the most about myself, right? How do you react to somebody that's negatively impacting you that is not related to you, right? You have to find a way to deal with that positively, or it's going to eat away. It's going to hurt you, ironically, even though you don't think it will, right? So I wouldn't change a thing about League. I love it. And if you guys love it, don't let anybody take that away from you. Make sure you kind of maintain that and foster that and play it in a healthy manner. So you don't let it you don't let this beautiful medium you don't experience the negative parts of it, or you don't let it take over in a negative way, right? Very similar to everything else in life. There's a healthy balance. If you play League too much, it's definitely very, very bad, right? If you play League not enough and you're kind of on the cusp of playing and quitting, then you don't really get any of the value out of it, right? So there's this healthy middle. If you like League, put 2 or 3 games a day in, maybe 4 or 5 if you have that time and you have that luxury, because maybe you're a student and you have that time, but definitely don't go overboard with it, and respect it, right? Respect the time you put into it. Respect the people around you when you're doing it, and that will give you so much return, right? It will not only make sure you climb further and you climb faster, but it will also make sure you enjoy the game more, right? So make sure you try to put a positive spin on things. This is something I've talked about in my other mental health videos, but this is more of just a rant, kind of just a vlog of me realizing how much I really love this game. And for next season, I'm going to be a Grandmaster level player. Now I have my goals written down here. My goals for season 13 are I want to be a well-rounded, rock-solid Grandmaster player. And I also want to pick Challenger. We'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see how far I can push and whatnot. But the well-rounded, rock-solid Grandmaster, that's what I really am focusing on. And there's a price to pay for being a well-rounded player. I also talk about this in my champion pool video, where if you play one champion, and let's say this is the game, this is League of Legends, you play one champion, you're gonna have a very narrow perspective. So you're gonna be able to push a lot harder into the game and be very good at that one thing quicker. But I'm a coach, so I want to be able to kind of have multiple perspectives. I want to have my main champion, but I also want to be able to play other things, including, maybe an off role or different archetypes of champions. Now you have to do twice as much, but you understand more of the game, right? And that's kind of the trade-off. I don't want to just be a Grandmaster Tryndamere one trick. I want to be a well-rounded player. And that's something I started working on this season, right? By picking up Victor, by picking up Annie and maintaining my Annie, by playing lots of Malzahar in my final push, the Karma, playing my off-role, playing ADC off-role as well, where I used to play top lane. And I want to maintain that, right? This season, I ended rank 1,500. Rank 1,000 is Grandmaster. So I'm 500 people off. There's 500 people I got to beat and get better than well-rounded. I got to know the whole game better than, I need to know everything better than what they know. So I'm almost there and we can make it done. I have my learning objectives written down here, which I'm just going to say mostly for my benefit, but also to kind of illustrate, write down your learning objectives for season 13, y'all. I want you guys to be excited about going into this. I feel like my lane phase is really good. So my first learning objective is jungle and support tracking and then respecting it. Right? It's very classic. This has been a problem of mine for years. Even back in collegiate, it was like the meme, JS methods dying to ganks again. It's sometimes I'll even see the jungler. I'll just have this weird ego that I can 1v2. And it's no. I need to always know where they're at, the jungle and support. And then I need to respect when they're there. And just not ego 1v2. Respect the phantom pressure. Then I want to work on team fighting. Now, I think my team fighting is pretty weak because I'm a Tryndamere player, so I don't really team fight. And when I do team fight, it's in 5-second increments, right? I just go in, I dive the back line, I hit all, and then I go away and push lanes again, right? So playing other champions, I think will help with this. Playing lots of Victor, playing more Annie, playing more of that Karma and whatnot will help me with the team fighting and the tempo and kind of matching my tempo with the team fight, if that makes sense. And then working my champion pool. Tryndamere was my most played champion again. I really want to have a season where, yes, I will always love Tryndamere as long as he's in his current form, and I'll always keep playing him. And I'll always want to pick him, but I don't want him to be my most played. So in season 13, if I could have, Victor or Annie or whatnot be my most played, or even Tryndamere could be my most played, but rather than him having 67% of the games on my account, let's have him have 30%, right? And the next one, it'll be like 30% Tryndamere, 30% Victor, 30% Annie, and then the last 10% with Phil picks and whatnot. Something like that. So those are my goals. Champion pool, jungle tracking, team fighting. That's like my season. That's what my season is going to be all about. So champion mechanics, champion identity, team fighting, and then respecting jungles. And then I hope that I can take that and be a well-rounded Grandmaster player with it by the end of the season. Hopefully peaking into Challenger. We'll see it. What are your guys' goals? You guys made it to the end of a JS video, so go down and comment end of a JS video, and then tell me your goals for season 13. Is it rank related? Is it champion pool related? Is it collegiate related? And then also, what are some of your learning objectives to help you get to that goal? I appreciate you guys watching this video. Peace.